Hello dearies, welcome back to the channel. It's me again, Hetty here. If you haven't subscribed, do well to subscribe to the channel, like, share the video as well. Also, don't forget to comment. All right, today I want to talk to you about self-care. I'm going to give you the various forms of self-care, and I'm also going to give you easy ways of incorporating self-care into your daily routine for a healthier you. So if you are ready, let's just dive right in. Alright, so many a times you may think of self-care as enjoying some rose petal infused bubble bath, but that's far-fetched if you ask me. Self-care is simply being able to pour into yourself and also to take care of yourself. Well, my definition of self-care, if you ask me, is simply being able to know what's needed to be done for my health and also for my happiness in life. You may also want to think of self-care as being a good mother to your own self. A good mother, when we think of a good mother, is someone who is warm and nurturing. But a good mother also makes sure that you eat your vegetables. A good mother makes sure that you brush your teeth. And a good mother also makes sure that you go to bed on time. So self-care incorporates all of these things, refreshing both the body and the mind. With life's hustle and tussle these days, we hardly find time to check in on ourselves and to take care of ourselves. Without these forms of self-care, you would realize that you either get drained, you either suffer anxiety, or you either get depressed. But if you take time to check in on yourself every now and then, you realize that you are better able to make better decisions. Your relationships don't suffer, and you get to pour out of the cup that you keep filling. So you'd want to take time off your busy schedule and practice some self-care, some form of self-care to enhance your health mentally, physically, and also emotionally. Just like a car needs a routine maintenance to run properly, we humans as well need to check in on ourselves, take care of ourselves, so we'll be able to take care of people around us, take care of our loved ones, and also take very better care of our own selves as well. Alright, so the first one is physical self-care. Physical self-care has to do with you being able to take good care of your body. You would want to fuel and nourish your body with nutritious food. You would also want to incorporate some form of movement into your routine, and also you would want to have enough rest. These three things are all forms of physical self-care, and therefore you'd want to take these three into consideration. So the next form of self-care is mental self-care. Mental self-care is for you to be intentional about what you tell yourself. You would want to fuel your thoughts positively. You don't want to be feeding yourself with any toxic form of thoughts. Instead of saying I'm not good for anything, I'm not good for anybody, you would want to replace that with some form of encouragement. This also involves being able to challenge yourself intellectually. You would want to challenge yourself through some form of word game, or you would also want to try some reading, all right, or even to learn a new language. All these forms of all these things that I've mentioned are all forms of mental self-care. All right, so the third form of self-care is emotional self-care. Emotional self-care is being able to understand your emotions every step of the way. You would want to understand what makes you feel what type of way at the end of the day. All right. Emotional self-care also has to do with you being able to know what your triggers are. Once you know these things, you'll be able to deal with them accordingly. Most people go through life's motions without reacting, without knowing where the reactions are coming from. But you would want to know what your triggers are so you can work on them accordingly. Also, you would want to try journaling or even therapy as a form of emotional self-care. All right, so the fourth form of self-care is spiritual self-care. Spiritual self-care is you being able to connect to a higher purpose. For some people, this is tied to religion. If you are one person who is religious, that's fine with you, but it doesn't always have to be tied to religion. This is rather connecting with your higher self and knowing that your life has meaning and purpose, and also being able to pursue your passions. All right, so the fifth form of self-care is social self-care. Even if you are introverted, you want to go social like myself. Social self-care, I cannot overemphasize that enough. It's so necessary, it's so important that you are spending time with family, you are spending time with your loved ones, you are spending time with people who bring you joy. All these are forms of social self-care. You would want to connect with a friend, you want to connect with family. If your family lives far, especially considering the fact that loneliness is linked to worsening emotional, physical and mental health, you would want to spend time with people who bring you joy, people who bring you happy, and therefore this form of self-care should never ever be overlooked, dearies. You would want to spend time and enjoy your life even as you go along life's motions. All right, so the final form of self-care is financial self-care. Financial self-care is so important. You want to prioritize that as well. This involves some form of debt management. It involves managing your finances. It also involves you being able to make some form of financial planning. If you don't prioritize financial self-care, it will have a ripple effect in other areas of your life. So you'd want to prioritize financial self-care, making sure that you are doing some form of debt management, financial planning, and also financial budgeting. All right, dearies, that's all time will allow us today. On my next episode, I'll give you 10 easy ways of incorporating self-care into your daily routine for a healthier you. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, like and share the video. Also comment. I'll see you again next time. Bye.